Thank you for tuning in to another episode of WGC Fits. Today, we are once again joined by Mr. Trent. Hello, Mr. Trent.
Hello, AJ.
How you doing, man?
Good. How
Good
about
day?
yourself?
It's a pretty good day. I'm enjoying today.
Sweet.
We're going to be looking at the Titleist T150 and the Apex Pro. These two clubs, I think, are pretty comparable, kind of like neck and neck almost. And I think in this case, these two clubs are very much targeting pretty much the same golfer, I would say. So I'm going to let you hit a couple of these, and then I just want some player feedback. Tell me what you think between the two, the differences if there are any, and then we'll talk a little bit about how we fit with them. Sure. What are we starting off with?
I'm going to start with the Titleist. So shaft-wise, I tried to go close as I could. The stock in the Apex Pro is the mid. I put the stock shaft in the T150 is actually the Project XLZ, if I'm not mistaken. This is actually an AMT S300 white. Okay. So yeah, weight-wise, they're close. Titleist really doesn't have, I think, that shaft.
I would say they don't really have like a true profile like that. So
definitely. Well, and it's a newer shaft, so I wouldn't expect them.
I expect the next set to put it that way.
Possibly. I mean, it's that mid's kind of like an XP115.
Yeah.
From what I've read. So, anyways, moving on to actually the golf clubs. The 150 here, look-wise, looks very, very good.
I like the way this club looks a lot. And this replaces, we should say, the T100S, basically. Correct.
They tried to make it a little less confusing between 100 and 100S.
And this is a club that I think from a profile perspective is like really good. Like I really like this one. Although he's certainly trying.
Right.
Oh, pretty good.
So loft-wise here versus Apex Pro, got what, 1 degree stronger?
1 degree stronger in the 150.
Okay.
And then we have in the Pro, some of the longer irons being hollow, some of them being the shorter irons, mid irons being solid. Where in the T150, I do believe all across the set, you're just looking at a solid piece there. In terms of
there you go.
Really comparables, they both actually have, which is interesting, some sole stuff going on to really kind of maximize ground interaction. They both have, I think, a shape that is very much kind of targeting that player who just wants maybe a little bit of an easier thing to look at. And then they both have that interesting kind of window of distance meets control, right? Something where you might see, for example, these in your better players, kind of like longer irons, something that I think is just a very comparable set across the board.
Missed that one. One more there?
Yeah, we'll go one more.
So look-wise, I mean, it looks great. I mean, it's top line is perfect, I guess, with how I would describe it. I mean, I don't mind them being a little bigger than like a blade look. I mean, that's kind of what this looks like. Shaping, it's really kind of hard to mess up the shape of a 7-iron. So, especially a better player 7-iron. So,
and this one I think does pretty good.
It looks good. Right, it looks really good. Feel-wise, I would say it's soft yet solid. I mean, I don't know if that really describes it, but it just feels good.
I would say with this one, because I have hit all these, like honestly, just classic Titleist feel almost, right? Like just really, really good. Really good results there. Good numbers across the board.
So I would say kind of the initial comparison of the two, putting them side by side. The Apex Pro, I like to look at the chassis size, so kind of the sole width. The sole width on Apex Pro is maybe just a scotch a little bigger.
Okay.
But nothing too crazy there. I mean, blade length, they're the same.
Pretty comparable, I think.
Very comparable. Top line wise in Apex Pro, it's a little bit thicker. Again, not bad, not in a bad way, but just it's a little bit thicker. Offset wise, they're probably pretty doggone close.
I really do think that when both these companies were drawing these clubs up, they're really targeting the same guy.
Correct. I would say so. I would say the other part of shaping, this one's maybe a tiny bit more rounded looking versus the Titleist was a little bit more square looking.
I'd agree with that because I also think that holds pretty true to just heritage lines of the company,
Correct.
Trent's feeling it today.
Right. Came out of posture a little bit there. Definitely say the shaft's a little spinnier than the Titleist shaft. For
Definitely
me, anyway.
A little bit spinnier. Again, not super spec'd out for you, but pretty close. You know, enough to get a good comparison.
Let's hit solid. And this one's just very solid. Just a different feeling. Not in a bad way. It's just different. You have to hit them to see which one you like the feel of better. They're both good feeling.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Neither one of them is clanky or clunky or anything like that. They just feel really solid.
Honestly, from a sound perspective, back here, they're really close. Like listening to you hit both of these, because I have not hit the new Callaway stuff, considering we just got kind of all those heads in. Very, very good. And from a sound perspective, I'm not really upset about any of them, you know? That was a good one.
That was a pretty good one.
That should be pretty good. Did you catch all that?
I caught all that one.
Yeah, that should be good. That should be right up there with those other two. No, it's pretty solid.
So I would say it'll be interesting, the clash of the titans between, Titleist and Callaway launching these things pretty close to the same time period. And
yeah, both fall launches, and I think that there's already been interest in both. I know that people have been asking about them in a fitting window and getting messages about them and whatnot. I think these two are definitely pretty hyped, and honestly, I think they live up to the hype pretty good.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And the best thing is, come get fit and see which one works best for you.
Correct.
Right? That's the key. So I think they're both home runs. I think they both do quite well. And I really don't have much bad to say about either one of these. I think these are both really, really good irons, personally.
You said it best. I mean, come hit it. See what you think of them. But yeah, I think for the targeting player profile, gosh, these are both going to be home runs, I believe. And
I think they actually, compared to where they were last year, personally, I think they actually probably expanded that player profile a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. They both look the part, that's for sure.
They look the part, they feel the part, they sound the part. All right, if you guys are interested in the new T150 or Callaway Apex Pro line, come see us in Windmill. We'll get you hooked up. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Thank you, everyone.